and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing an organization video today. I mentioned in my back to school supplies haul that if you guys wanted to see and how I set up my planner, how do I do my notes for college, all this stuff like that, let me know in the comments. And a few of you did comment letting me know that you'd be interested in that video. So here it is. College can honestly get really difficult at some times, so I think it is very important for you to actually plan out your school schedule, plan out your assignments, everything like that, and also to take very, very good notes, especially when you're in lecture halls and there's hundreds of kids there and there's no PowerPoint and your teacher is just going on and on and on. It's very important to take really good notes so you can look back on them and study and get good grades. Today I'm going to be showing you how I take notes and how I set up my own planner, and hopefully you guys will find it helpful and interesting, and it will help you guys with school. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. Also leave a comment down below if you have any tips or tricks on how you organize your notes or your planner or anything like that, because I would love to know. Okay guys, let's jump right into the video. Okay guys, the first thing I'll be showing you is my planner. This is the Ashley G from Blue Sky one. I got this at Target, I believe, for like maybe $15. So it's really inexpensive and I actually really do enjoy it a lot. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Okay, obviously the first thing you can see I have are these 4 sticky notes. I do have my school schedule here, of course, so I don't forget it. I have a grocery list going just in case, or just for things that I do need to pick up. This is my to-do list and just stuff we need to do for the apartment. And here we just have the yearly overview, includes all of the months for this year and for next year. And then we just have the quick personal information and your contact list and everything like that. Obviously I don't really use this because I just don't use it. Okay, so this is the month overview for August. I do color code my planner using these markers over here, or these pens over here. These are just the Stabilo 0.4 pens. I did get these off of Amazon. They come in a pack of colors, which is really awesome, and I do use that to color code my planner. So obviously you can see everything that is in pink. It does say upload, which means I usually use pink for YouTube. I use purple if I'm doing like an event or if I'm going somewhere or something special like that. I do blues for birthdays, and I do red if it's like really urgent or something that I need to remember, like obviously credit cards, bills, and then obviously the Sephora sale, which was very important, which is why it's in red. And this is just the weekly layout. It does just come in like the week format, and you can organize it however you would like. Honestly, I can't keep track hourly, so I really do enjoy that it is just like a blank thing, and it's just a blank spot where I can just write whatever I need to do for that day. So obviously this is when I did start school, so what I did is I have a specific highlighter for each one of my classes. I am taking 5 classes, so I have 5 highlighters here. And I use one for each of my classes. So my 305 class is in green, my American Studies class is in purple, my elementary class is in yellow, and then my 305 class is in blue, and my 303 class is in red. And this just helps me out a lot, so I do know which class is what without actually writing it out each time. But for this week, because it is the first week of school, I did just write it all out. And one of my biggest tips that I do have is whenever you get your syllabus from the first week of class and everything like that, go ahead and write out all of the assignments that are due for that day. Like see here, I have to read Metamorphosis, I have to read Burgess and Slotin for my 304 class. I always have this side of the day just to write anything that is due. So obviously I do have an exam, and that is in the blue color, so it's for my 305 class. I have a reading paragraph due for my 304 class, and just as you keep going, it just becomes the same exact thing. I have a response paper due here for my 303 class. So my biggest tip is whenever you get your syllabus, go ahead and fill out all of your assignments. Okay, and another thing, as you can see, whenever I did complete a homework assignment or anything like that, I do just cross it off. That just helps me a lot, especially with knowing like what I still needed to do for that week and what I have left in order to do before the end of the month. Now here is another week I can show you. We had no school because it was Labor Day on this week. I finished all my 304 assignments. I had to finish my 303 assignment, which is why it wasn't crossed out. And then my American Studies class, I had stuff like that. My pink is telling me that I did have a Sephora haul that I needed to edit and upload. And then this, I was just meeting with Justin's parents, so I wrote that in purple just so I don't forget. And yeah, that's pretty much how I lay out my planner. If you are starting college, I highly recommend getting a planner. It just makes things so much easier. I like that I can see what my week is going to be like for the day. Like this week, I had a dentist appointment and I put that always in green as a reminder. I always put my reminders in green, as well as I have all of that on my weekly or on my monthly setup. So obviously no school, my rent was due on the 1st. I uploaded here. I do like to put when I upload just to remind me when I did upload for that week or when the last time I uploaded was, just to keep me on schedule and keep videos coming out for you guys. And I did have a dentist appointment on Friday. That was in green because every reminder I have is in green. I get paid on the 15th. Response paper due, another paper due. I had no class for just my 304 class, so I did put that all in green. So obviously I have my Target credit card due here, my regular credit card due here, Justin's concert is on the 30th, and my birthday is on the 28th. So obviously as you keep going through all of the weeks, I do have all my assignments laid out, which is really nice just to keep me organized. And then for the monthly layout, red is usually urgent. So for my 304 class, I have a paper due, and obviously I highlighted it in that green color, which is associated with that class. Same thing here with my exam for my 304 class. Justin's concert is on the 14th, our 5-year is on the 15th. And then birthdays, Halloween, more assignments. And obviously this isn't like a full month yet because we haven't even gotten into October. So this will obviously be more filled up the more we go along October. This is just what it is now for everything that I know that is going on. Okay, moving on to note taking. I did show you in my back to school supplies haul. This is my 3-subject 5-star notebook, college rule. These are the best notebooks to buy if you are going to college. I highly recommend these. These are amazing. So these are where I keep all of my notes on. I do have 3 tabs on the side there. So one of them is for my 303 class, another one for my 304 class, and the last one for my 305 class. So I'm just going to show you how I take my notes, and maybe it'll help you guys as well, because note-taking is essential in college, especially when you're in a big lecture hall, or if most of my professors don't even use PowerPoints anymore, so it's literally just writing down what they're saying. It can get really overwhelming, which is why I wanted to do this video for you guys. So this is just an example of what my notes do look like. Of course, I do have my color-coded highlighter, and I do have my black Stabilo pen. I use all of my notes are taken in this pen. This is a really great pen and really good fine liner. I highly recommend it, and it just makes my notes look so nice and super organized. And for my headings up here, I do use a Tombow Fudanowski pen, I believe is what it is called. You'll notice that in all of my notes, this is usually what I write my title with. Okay, so a quick overview of my notes. I do have my heading over here, and I always do this little like thick line and then a thin line with my highlighter. I don't know, I just think it looks really cute. Whenever there's a topic, I do like to do a little box around it, and I do a drop shadow with my highlighter. This just helps me out with my main points in my notes. And then obviously I have a bunch of stuff underneath my note or underneath my heading. And if something is really important, I always box it around it, or I do like a little cloud just to help me figure out what is the most important things that I do need to remember. Obviously you'll see a lot of arrows. I do always do a lot of arrows. And also I do like to do page numbers, so I usually always box the page numbers or do these little brackets just to help me out. So again, the same thing on this page. I do have my box around it, and I just have all of my information pertaining to that specific topic. If there does a new topic pop up, I do always write a new box around it. And obviously I highlight the things that are more important, like here. Using my highlighter really helps me out and seeing what is the most important thing I should be looking at, rather than looking at all of this and trying to figure out what is the most important. So I highly recommend getting the highlighter and figuring out what is the most important things. Obviously when the teacher is saying it or talking about it, you should definitely be writing it down. This is the same thing with my 305 class as well. I do have the heading up here and I do have my marks on the side just to decorate it a little bit. I find that when my notes look better, I'm way more likely to go back and look at them and study them rather than having just a jumbled mess all over the place. I do have the box up here that's just telling me about the topic we're talking about, and I do have all this information. I love using arrows because I feel like that helps me out a lot into what information is connected to one another. Also, I do love the clouds. Anything that is important, I always box around it. And here we just have a side-by-side comparison. So I did on positive freedom and negative freedom, and I just did my 2 columns here. If it's more than one thing that we're talking about, I always do my little arrows. Again, new topic. And anything that relating to one another, you will see that I do arrows and a bunch of stuff like that. So here, instead of going onto a whole new page, I did just do it halfway through. We talked about contemporary conservatism. So I did all my boxes, which is traditional, individualist, and neoconservatism. This is just my social class, if you guys are wondering. So all of my information is below these, and then here we just had a little chart. And yeah, if you were just to flip through all of these notes, they're all the same, and they're all in the same color because that is the color that I do use for my planner, so it really helps me, and especially when it comes to studying, it helps me memorize associating the color with the class. So yeah, this is just how I do my notes. I really hoped you guys got something out of this. I really hoped you guys helped you a lot. Okay guys, that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful in setting up your own planner and your own notes. If you have any tips or tricks for organization, don't forget to leave those down below so we can all hear what your tips are. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!